Yeah, g'day, Jump Bunny here. Just following on from the last axe video, I thought since I've got the opportunity, I'd bring out two examples that I've got of the mini belt hatchet. So the first one I reviewed was one of my one of the treasures from the vault, the Lennart Pettersen mini belt hatchet. What I learnt, and like I'm not a blacksmith so I don't really know, but the smaller the axe head, the more skill you need in making the head. You can see here, this is where it's still got the burn marks. So this wood was put in when this head was actually still hot. It's quite interesting. If I can zoom in there, that kind of worked. The actual work, this is TT, I'm sorry Mr. TT, I don't know who you are. It's still a fine tool, don't get me wrong. There are notable differences, and one of the interesting parts of collecting axes is like stamp collecting. You collect different examples of the same thing, if you can afford to, which I can't anymore. You see here the stamp is not as clean, the GBA stamp. In fact, if I look closely, yeah, the stamp is still more or less the same. This is an older axe than this one. This one I've never used. I bought this first, and then this came up. I couldn't pass it by. It's the fitting of the handle to the head. Also on this example is superior. Overall, the craftsmanship from the Lennart Pettersen axe is superior, and no disrespect to this blacksmith because it's still a fine tool. You can see here, in fact, there's more metal down this way and slightly smaller here. If I actually tilt, I'll go back here. If I actually tilt, you can see, if I can get this right, no, it didn't quite work. You can actually see here on both of the poles, quite different. There's some buffing happening here. You can see there's some pitting from the forging process. These are hammer forged and then finished off by hand by the incredible blacksmiths at Granfors Bruk. You can see here also with the actual, just stabbed myself there, good work. You can see here, if my light in my shed isn't that great, but the way they actually make these is there's a small fold here, so they open the eye on it. In fact, on this one here, that the fold is somewhat bigger. So it's interesting. They're still both fine examples, and you can see the handle's been hand shaped a little bit to fit into the head. So it's kind of interesting. You also notice the face, this part here. Look, I'm bleeding now. It is sharp. This part here on this newer example is a bit thicker, so you can quite clearly see that. So since Lennart was the guy who actually, he requested the management that he wanted to make this kind of axe because he was an avid fisherman and he wanted to have a belt axe. So they said, yep, go ahead. So this is why it's interesting, because it's very personalized and they're handmade objects. This one in the hand feels good. This one in the hand feels great. The balance on this is superb. Not that you're going to throw it, or it's not a it's not a throwing hatchet. This one's a bit more top heavy, This one here, it just feels fantastic in the hand. The balance on this is incredible. So it's probably lighter actually because of that narrowness leading down to the edge of the blade, which is fantastic. But both of them are incredible. You can see a bit more pitting here. This is a newer example, and like I said, I bought this one, and the only reason I've really got two is because this one here came up on an auction site and I couldn't help myself. So there you go. All right, well, hopefully that was interesting, and I'll see you on the next one.